Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today you guys, I have another weekly tarot reading for you. This is going to be for June, what do we have? June 10th through June 16th, okay? And I want to, before we get started, I've had some people ask about my bracelets, and so I just wanted to take a quick moment, you guys, and show you these for those of you who are wondering. So these are by a company called Otter Spirit. This is a woman-owned company, and she uses AAA grade gemstones and crystals. And she makes these different bracelets. Now, the ones that I have are the small beads, but she also has these in larger beads. And how I use these, how I wear these is because they are real crystals, real gemstones. Each crystal has its own unique property and things that it's good for, okay? So what I do is I have a bunch of these, and depending on what I need for the day, what energy I need, I will pick out my crystals and then I will wear them. They're just a really beautiful way to help with my energy. And because we've all been super low energy lately, because of what's going on in the collective, it's been rough. So these have been helping me tremendously. These also, the thing I like about them is that she makes them in sizes, so you can get them in small, medium, or large. I have really big wrists, so I get the large. My daughter, I got her a set, and she's really teeny, so I was able to get her a size in small. So it's so nice and super versatile. They have guarantees on them. The other really cool thing about Otter Spirit is that they give $1 from each bracelet purchased to otters, you know, for otter preservation and all of that good stuff. So anyway, the people at Otter Spirit are so sweet, and they know that I love their bracelets. So they offered all of you guys a 20% coupon. So what I'm going to do is leave the link to Otter Spirit as well as the coupon code in the description box below this video. I'll also try to leave it in a pinned comment too. So if you are curious to know about my bracelets, why I wear them, what I'm using, you can go to their website and check it out. It's she's so fantastic, the gal who has this company. So anyway, okay, back to the video. So this week, June 10th through June 16th, we got to take a look and see what's going on. Last week, you guys, I predicted that we were going to start to see Trump physically decline. So I had mentioned when he had stumbled trying to get into the garbage truck when he was on the campaign. Well, I'm filming this on Sunday, June 9th, and today we just saw him fall going up the stairs of Air Force One. It's happening, you guys. There's also been some just really, really crazy things. I had predicted that Trump would deploy invoke the Insurrection Act. I predicted he would do that April 20th. It took him longer. So yesterday was the 8th. Is that when he did it? So yeah, it took a little longer, but still. And you know, that's the thing with timing, right? Is that we never know when something's going to happen. So if you guys remember, if you're new here, I had a video where I featured an astrologer named Rick Vade. He's a Vedic astrologer, and I think he's fantastic. But he had mentioned that on June 8th, that was the day that Trump's, oh my gosh, I'm going to get it wrong, but his K2 goes into a placement in his chart where he starts to amass a lot of power and things start to go really south. We're in that energy now. So things have started. You know, I've been predicting the downfall of Trump for quite some time, and this is the beginning. When him and Musk separated, and we started watching this weird descent between the two of them. By the way, that's another crazy prediction. I posted a video that Musk would turn on Trump, and 4 hours later, after it was posted, after it premiered. Sorry, this is actually no. We're going to take these. The tweet storm started. As always, you guys, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. So please be sure to do your own research, form your own opinions, and be kind in the comment section down below. Okay, we're just going to start with these, but we may pull more. Sometimes you guys know my monthly readings can get massive. So I'm trying to kind of keep it under control. I like to get so much information. All right, so it looks like we have the United States of America, we have celebrity, we have CIA, financial institution, Canada, billionaire, heir, FBI, comedian, respondent, plaintiff, government agency, and Ukraine. Okay, so I want to put Ukraine over here. I want to put Canada over here. I'm going to put celebrity. We're going to move celebrity over here and heir. And then we're going to have United States, CIA. You know what? I'm going to move comedian over there. Okay, here we go. I like that. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do on these weekly readings, and I do this sometimes too on my monthly readings, is I like to take these smaller Whispers of the Unsolved cards and shuffle them over my weekly spread. And it just helps to build out our reading a little bit more. It gives us more information. So if you're new and you're like, what is she doing? You'll see. Okay. Let's see what else. This deck is a massive deck. So you're going to see me grab different chunks to work through it, okay? And let's do this fast forward style. Okay, first thing I see right away, we have respondent and we have aliens on top of respondent. There is going to be a lot of, well, respondent and then plaintiff. So this, we're going to see more going on in cases with immigration, okay? Big stuff in the news. We're going to continue to see it. Obviously, we're seeing that right now with these large protests in LA. We're seeing people circling the detention center in Los Angeles. I love that. I'm so here for that, for peaceful protesting, not violent protesting, peaceful protesting. And we are going to hear a lot more about the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, specifically these charges that I feel have a very interesting timing that they're being brought up, but we are going to hear a lot about him. Okay, so I'm going to move that to the side. Let's see what else we have. We have celebrity parental figure. We have United States of America exposed for manipulation, gaslighting, or control. CIA, we have terrorism and child. Financial institution, we have love. Now, we also have red flag on financial institution and billionaire. Over here, we have Canada. We have alive bloodline family lineage. We have trapped with comedian. We have heir, family, abuse, neglect. FBI meeting. Government agency, outer space, runaway, escape. Then over here on top of Ukraine, we have a lot. A lot kept falling out on Ukraine. You know what? Let's take a look at Ukraine first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of gently shift these over a little bit so that we can have some space to spread out some other cards to take a peek at what's going on with the Ukraine. So don't worry, I'm keeping everything as it should be. All the cards are together. I'm just shifting them out of the way. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We have Ukraine. We have man-made disaster, avoidable. Self-sabotage, government. Justice, karma, pattern, repetition, dismemberment, and mukduk. Okay, so let's take a look with some tarot and see what energies are going on in Ukraine. There's going to be a continued escalation. We saw, about 2 weeks now, or a week and a half ago, we saw Ukraine have a very successful mission flying drones into Russia and taking out many Russian bombers. And this, to the, I guess, to the disappointment of the United States and Putin, Ukraine did this without letting the United States know, which of course, good for them. So this is interesting because we have government, but it is the White House. So I'm wondering if this is Ukraine's government or if this is something to do with their relationship with the United States. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So something is going to happen something is happening right now that seems and feels unjust, okay? This is confirmation. We have justice reversed and we have justice karma. So a couple things. What's going on right now in Ukraine and Russia is something that has been building forever, and this is karmic energy, okay? So this is stuff that has to work itself out. This has to happen. And that's a really tough thing to say because so many people are losing their lives. So it's like, how can you say that that has to happen? But, you know, remember, we're in this time where everything is cracking apart. And we are seeing a lot of war. We're going to continue to see war escalations, and we are going to continue to see people leaving this earth. We are going to see an increase in people taking their own lives, and we're going to specifically see it with famous people. Now, I've mentioned that before with famous people, that we were going to see more of people unaliving themselves. And some people got kind of upset, and they're like, well, you know, other people besides celebrities do that. I know it's affected me personally. My 19-year-old nephew took his own life a few years ago. So I understand that. The reason I specify famous people is because they're examples that many people know. So that's why I mentioned that. But we are going to continue to see that. That's what's happening. It's this weird karmic energy sorting itself out. So having this as the first card, it just confirms that, yes, this is the energy that we're in. The challenge this week for Ukraine is 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is resistance. This is very strong opposition, but it's also standing very strong. They are standing very strong, even though Russia is hitting them back, and we're seeing a lot of this happening. They are still standing strong. The energy that they're coming from is the Strength card reversed. So Strength card reversed is using brute force. Okay, we saw that with Ukraine. They did use brute force inside of Russia when they used those drones. The energy where they're going is the Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed is frustration, and it's dealing with someone who is very immature, okay? I feel like this has to do with the United States. I feel like they are going to have some, and this might not be a big interaction. This might not be like some big, huge newsworthy thing, you know. This could be something very minor, but there's something that Ukraine is going to have to interact with the US this week for some reason, and it's not going to go well just because of the leadership of the United States. And I can just feel they're not looking forward to having to interact with the US. Something's going on there. The destiny, the aim. Yes, I'm so happy this card came up. 10 of Pentacles. This is a card that's all about alliances, finding resources, stability. This is going to be working with other people. This could be also Ukraine partnering with other governments, other people. And I'm wondering if it's to create more of this, but in Russia, taking out more planes. I'm wondering if Russia is going to get hit again this week by Ukraine in another very significant way, whether that's another drone attack or something else. But I do think this week we will see another significant strike. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but when Ukraine had not hit inside Russia, they had been fighting, but for a long time, I believe it was well over a year of fighting. And the card said that Ukraine was going to strike inside Russia, and it happened that week. You can go back. I don't remember what video it was, but it was just crazy. Okay, what Ukraine does not see coming this week is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is a card of having a lot of anxiety. It's going to be very, very stressful. I'm wondering if there's going to be something that happens where they actually kind of end up hurting themselves a little bit. We have pattern repetition. I think that this is doing it again, striking Russia again. They're going for them again. Taking out their resources. Maybe Russia is going to self-sabotage. The energy is the 7 of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords reverse is about giving up rather than taking a stand. We're going to see a lot of, I believe, Russian soldiers like backing down, giving up land, not wanting to stand their ground. They're tired. The environment is the Three of Wands. This is taking action. This is being productive. So Ukraine is going to have a very productive week when it comes to what they're able to do. The hopes or the fears, they want to celebrate that they're winning. Okay. And the fear is that there's going to be funerals. They're going to have to bury more of their people. The final outcome this week for Ukraine is they're going to have, this is Seven of Cups. They're going to have options. They're going to have possibilities. They're going to have some things that they can do. They're going to have more options this week than people realize. So that is the energy that's going on with Ukraine this week. It's going to be, I think, a very big week. We're going to have to keep our eyes on that and see what exactly is going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some room here. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoot these cards back so we can take a peek and see the next thing we want to look at. Okay, I'm going to save the comedian and the celebrity for the end. Yep, air. I want to move that. We have Canada. Let's see here. Government agency, outer space. Oh, red flag. Hold on. Here we go. This is all about Elon Musk. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So we have this billionaire who's showing a lot of red flags right now. Okay, he's really starting to show that he's not stable for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Okay, he has ties to these government agencies through his businesses, through these subsidies, and one of the big ones is SpaceX. SpaceX or Starlink. This really could be referring to either one because it's space. Now, we have runaway and escape. We have Katie Miller going down to work for SpaceX. Let's take a look. I'm wondering if this, I don't think this financial institution is part of this, but there's going to be something that's going to happen this week. You know what though? No, it is, because financial institution, I feel like, I'm wondering if we're going to see Trump pull some of his contracts this week. Because I feel like this love card is like love. What's the opposite of love? Hate. They went from this love-hate relationship, and this is going to impact him in his financial institutions. Let me pull some tarot, you guys, so we can see what is going on here. And I'm almost wondering if this FBI meeting is going here too, if they're going to start looking into Elon Musk, start investigating him. What's going on with this week, Spirit? What can you tell us? We have the Queen of Rods or Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands energy is some very tough energy. It's like very self-assured. But this is also a very like creative, smart female energy. I'm almost wondering if Katie Miller, if Stephen Miller is going to encourage Trump to pull or look at some of Musk's contracts because of the fact that, you know, obviously he's upset that his wife has left him. And he's a madman, allegedly. The challenge this week for whatever the situation is the Ace of Rods or Ace of Wands reverse. This is taking away an opportunity. When this is upright, this is all about new ventures, new opportunities, usually in business. But when this is reversed, it's the taking away from that. And not only that, but I've said this before, you guys know I say this often, and it comes up in these readings with like these men. Ace of Wands is often a symbol of men's genitalia. So when you have these men who think they're alpha men, they're not alpha men, but when you have these guys that think they are, it becomes this like competition, right, of who's the manliest. And so you've got Musk, you've got Stephen Miller, you've got Trump, all in there with their wands, you know, trying to prove whose wand's more powerful. The energy that he's coming from is the Seven of Swords reverse. Seven of Swords reverse is giving up. Musk is someone who will give up and walk away. He doesn't know how to put in a fight. He's been very spoiled, and he's got this energy of like, I'm taking my toys and I'm going home. So that was the energy he's coming from. He was mad because he was put out of the White House. So now he's taking his toys and he's going home. This was his little threat to like, fine, I'll dismantle Dragon. That's that energy. Now, the energy where he's going this week in regards to this entire situation is there's going to be action. 3 of Wands. This is activity. Something is going to happen. Now, whether they get canceled or not, there's going to be some kind of movement, some kind of stories. This is just beginning. And this action could actually even be that Trump is beginning the process of looking into these contracts to shut them down. So we may not see contracts get shut down this week. It may be actually quite some time. But the actions, the activity of it, I believe, is starting right now. The government wants to separate from Musk. And I'm wondering if they're not listening to Steve Bannon, who is encouraging Trump to seize SpaceX. Okay. This could also be walking away from Starlink contracts. So Trump with Musk, they did a lot of things where, there were a lot of really shady deals where people took on Starlink to get deals on tariffs, things like that, just very corrupt. And this could be people saying, you know what, now that Musk and Trump have split, we're going to walk away. So we may even see contracts that other countries have had with Musk get canceled. Orders for cars, all kinds of stuff. The destiny of this is the Fool. Musk is about to start off on a whole new journey. I don't know how that journey is going to turn out for him. He's going down uncharted territories. This is a new story. This is a new plot line. Something new is going to start emerging. Again, we may not actually see it this week, but it's happening behind the scenes. The energy is building. What this situation doesn't see coming. 10 of Cups. There's someone inside. This is family. Okay, this is like happiness and joy. So there's some type of energy that's going to come in from this place that's going to hit them, and I don't think it's going to hit them in a positive way. I almost feel like the happiness and the joy that they have been taking from by being terrible people is what is going to come back and get them. Their celebration of the destruction of everything they've been doing. It's coming. I can't help but see this rainbow Pride Month. People standing strong, people protesting, people standing up to him. Elon Musk's trans daughter, Vivian, I feel like that she's going to be popping up. I feel like this card holds a lot with this 10 of Cups. The energy right now is the Page of Wands reversed, communication issues, specifically electronic. No one wants to talk to anyone. Trump does not want to talk to Elon. Elon probably doesn't want to talk to Trump. I don't know. The environment is the World reversed. This is incomplete. Musk did not get to complete what he set out to do working for this Trump regime. The environment the hopes or the fears are the Page of Pentacles reversed. This is unwelcome news regarding finances. Musk is deep down sweating that he is going to lose his government contracts. And what is going to be the outcome for this situation? There's going to be victory. Victory for who? Who is going to experience the victory? Can we get a clarifier? We got 2 of them. The Hierophant reversed and the Hanged Man. The Hierophant reversed is like the opposite of government. And the Hanged Man, this can be that martyr card. You guys, I'm wondering if his victory is him turning on Trump. Taking out the leader of the government. We keep going back to that martyr energy. I wonder if this victory is he's going to be victorious in taking out Trump. Now, again, remember timing. So that does not mean that Trump is going to die this week and that everyone's going to like come back and say, Bobbie, Trump didn't die. Remember, this is beginning the energy getting the things going that's going to create this, that's going to start this, okay? Making the conversations, making the plans, things being set up, people being connected. That is very much happening behind the scenes right now as we speak. Okay, let's get this cleaned up. Also, on a side note, I did want to point out that we did get aliens and outer space. So we may see stories pop up in the news about, the typical alien stories we get, sightings, UAPs, things like that. Perhaps, more news about testifying before government, things like that. So just keep that on your radar as well. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is this FBI meeting. What is going on? And you know what? I actually want to use some What's the Vibe cards first so we can kind of get a feel for what's the vibe of this. Is this their psychopath? Is this something to do with like Kash Patel? Is it his meeting? Is it a meeting about the corruption within the FBI? Probably not, but you never know. What's the vibe of this FBI meeting? We have hopeless, loss, depression, suicide. We have toxic. We have tension, stressed out, migraines, worry. And we have narcissist, egotistical, opportunist, fragile. I'm wondering if the FBI is going to have a meeting this week to discuss Elon Musk's accusation about Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. Because now people, specifically the Republicans, they are going to be coming in hot for those Epstein files. They're going to want those now. They want to see them. So I think, let's just see. Let's see what the cards have for us. Okay, so what do we have for this toxic, hopeless, tense situation involving a narcissist and a meeting that is going to happen in the FBI this week? What can we expect to see? Okay, we have the Page of Swords reversed. Page of Swords reversed talks about manipulation. Okay, how are we going to manipulate this? How are we going to spin this story? What are we going to do? This isn't a good look. How are we going to combat this? All right. Okay, the challenge is the Four of Cups reversed. This is about an emergence of something emerging, or a re-emerging of something. The challenge is the re-emergence of this topic of Epstein and who's on the list and what's going on with the files. The energy that this is coming from is Six of Wands. This is victory. So Trump has been pretty victorious so far in keeping everything squashed. Epstein unalived himself in prison. And there's just, they all thought that they were really successful and really slick in keeping everything squashed when they did that silly release of, the Epstein files, where it was just stuff that had previously been released. It was just a big nothing burger, but they're claiming a victory on that. Well, they were claiming a victory up until Musk made these accusations. The energy where this is going this week is justice. I wonder if some information is going to come out. I'm wondering if the meeting is going to be because somebody dropped some evidence. You guys, I had been saying forever, the cards had been showing me that when Elon Musk purchased Twitter, now X, that he was able to find some information in Trump's account or someone's account that gave him some kind of proof of what happened. I firmly believe that is what Musk has on Trump. I'm wondering if it's going to come out. Now, not necessarily Musk. Musk could be the one to release it, but it could also be leaked by someone else. Musk might realize, you know what, better not come from me and give it to someone else, maybe a reporter, something like that. I don't know. What he is seeking is judgment. He wants Trump to be held accountable. He's over it. He had no problem working with a pedophile when it benefited him. But now that it's not benefiting him anymore, now he wants judgment for Trump. What he doesn't see coming, or what the situation doesn't see coming, is the Empress reversed. The Empress reversed talks about an omission, something being omitted. I'm wondering if the challenge is that they've already gotten rid of a lot of the evidence that would implicate Trump in this. The energy is the Page of Cups reversed. This is very immature. The way that this whole thing is coming out, and this isn't just talking about Musk, but this is also going to be talking about how the FBI handles this, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino or Bongino or whatever the heck his name is, Trump himself, just everybody involved is going to be handling this in the most immature way possible because they don't know what they're doing. The environment is the Hierophant reverse. Exactly. This is the opposite of governance. This is like not knowing, this is doing the opposite thing of the right thing. The Hierophant, when it's upright, is about institutions, government, doing things in a very, traditional, regulated way. And they're not doing that. The hope or the fear, oh, is the Devil reversed. They want to try to hide this. And their fear is that it's going to come out. What is the final outcome for this meeting, this FBI meeting about everything that's going on? We have the King of Cups reversed. This is a volatile male with destructive patterns. This is both Trump. This is Musk. This is Kash Patel. This is everybody. This is all of the men right now. This is just, it's gonna continue to escalate. The men are going to, I'm saying that so mean. The men, I love men. I think men are wonderful. But these men, they're going to continue to take us down and take themselves down. This very, very emotionally charged, just crazy. It's so crazy that this is what is happening right now in the United States. But anyway, let's clean this up and keep moving. Okay, you guys, now we have Canada, alive, bloodline, family lineage. I am wondering if we're going to see something about the king or the royal family. Let's take a look, though, and see what this is about. So let's get some What's the Vibe cards first. See if you can figure out the vibe of what's going on here. What is the vibe of the situation with Canada? This is a lot. That's too many. I'm sorry, guys. If it would have been like 3 or 4. Okay. Shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. Drowning, over your head, overextended, rock bottom. And one more card, please. This is so, okay. Consequences for bad choices, games, mixed signals. Okay, let's see what's going on with Canada, alive, bloodline, family lineage. I'm wondering if reporting is going to come out that someone has passed away who's still alive, like King Charles or something like that. Or reports that he's like on his deathbed, but they're not true. There could be questions or conversations that come up about the succession, the family lineage, which we know, I mean, we know who it would take the throne, but it might just come up in discussion more. We have the Queen of Swords reversed, but man, she flipped around. Did you guys see that? Okay, so this Queen of Swords energy, let's talk about what Queen of Swords means in both reversed and upright, since she's kind of flipping around. So the Queen of Swords, when she's in her upright position, this is a very knowing, independent, strong, striking female energy. This would very much be like Queen Elizabeth energy. Now, when it's reversed, though, it's making excuses for really bad behavior. I'm wondering if something's going to happen with Meghan Markle and Harry. Let's keep going. What's the challenge? The challenge is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords reversed is feeling trapped, but when it's reversed like this, it's usually feeling trapped and it's a confinement of your own making. Let me pull all these out here. I want to see what's going on. Energy we're coming from, energy we're going to. Okay, this is really interesting, you guys. I'm going to give you guys the meanings of the cards, and then I want you guys in the comment section to let me know kind of what you guys think too, because you guys are so phenomenal at interpreting what these cards mean. So there was a tower moment that occurred. So this could be a couple different things. If we're looking at the health of King Charles, if that's what this is talking about, the cancer diagnosis would be a tower moment. If we're looking at Harry and Meghan's relationship, the tower moment is going to be what they've gone through leaving the royal family, and the separation that they've had. And it's interesting because we have a lot of, we have like Queen, Knight, we have another Knight. These are members of the royal family. So I'm really feeling like this is talking about Harry. The goal or the aim is this Eight of Cups. This is wanting to walk away, I feel like this is Harry, wanting to walk away from the royal family. Okay. And there's consequences to the choices they made. All right. There's consequences, and there might be something going on behind the scenes where he is feeling like he might be drowning. His relationship with his family was very much shattered when he made the decision to be with Meghan. Now, I'm not taking any sides on that because I don't know enough about her, or them. I know that she did the narration for the Disney Elephant documentary, and I loved it. That's really all I know about her. Okay, so what he doesn't see coming is this Knight of Cups. I'm wondering if this isn't his brother coming in, because I know that they've been really estranged, and I'm just wondering if this isn't what's the brother's name? William, coming in with some kind of an offer of reconciliation, because the energy that he's going into, Harry is this Ace of Rods. This is new opportunities, new ventures, new things coming his way. Right now, he's in his Knight of Pentacles energy. He's trying to build stability, a home for his family, some kind of legacy, and just a really security and stability. The environment is the Empress. I am wondering if Meghan is pregnant again. I think that came up in another prediction too. I know a lot of people are predicting them separating. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, not that we won't see it. I haven't seen it. Bloodline, lineage, alive. I'm wondering if she's pregnant again. King of Rods. But this is not going to make people happy. This King of Wands reversed is a card that talks about a time restriction. This could be a limited amount of time that he has left with his father before this baby. I'm predicting there's another baby there. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking we got another royal baby coming. What do you guys think? I feel like this has to do with Charles' health and his decline, but I don't think he's, like leaving anytime soon, but he's continuing to decline, right? That's just, he's aging and he's older and he has cancer. It's, it happens. Okay. So now I want to move on to, let's see. We have, I think these go together. I know these go together. This is a follow-up to what's going on in Gaza. So we know that the CIA is involved with Israel in Gaza. They are claiming that they want to do the humanitarian handoff of the supplies, but they're, unaliving people, children. They are manipulating, gaslighting. They're saying that the supplies they're bringing in are being taken by Hamas. It's lies. It's not true. It's gaslighting. But I'm wondering if they're going to be exposed even more, if even more is going to come out about this week. There is something going on here, you guys. Something big. What is this? CIA, United States, child. They are creating a terrorist environment. America, we are terrorists. The things that our government does, and the CIA are the biggest group of terrorists. It's the biggest terrorist organization in the world, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. I mean, really, it is. Okay. There are so many amazing books. If you guys are interested in history, there are so many amazing CIA books. The Devil's Chessboard by David Talbot. Amazing. The Untold History of the United States by Oliver Stone. Amazing. There's also a book called Chaos, and I cannot for the life of me now remember who the author is, but there is a documentary on Netflix with Errol Morris and the guy who wrote Chaos. Why can't I remember his name? Anyway, so if you're interested in learning more about the CIA and the history of terrible things it's done, you can check out some of those books. Okay, so this is people coming together to conspire. They're celebrating. Everything is going according to plan. So this is very much the CIA working in conjunction with Israel. Now, I know that Trump and Netanyahu are kind of on the outs, but what's going on is the CIA has been involved in Israel since the conception of it. So the conception of Israel. So the CIA is very much, regardless of what Trump and Netanyahu have going on, the CIA and the Mossad, which is like Israel's CIA, they're very, very much interconnected. This is that. They're like, everything is going according to plan. What is their challenge? The Queen of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed is doing things where they lack virtue. So they're doing these terrible things. That's, yeah. The energy that they're coming from is the Five of Cups, creating loss, sadness, and grief. They are the creators of destruction. The energy where we're going. You guys, everyone send just as much positive energy as you can to the Palestinian people and to Gaza. Because the U.S. and Israel and the CIA, they're going to be able to do a lot of destructive things. They're going to be able to accomplish a lot of what they want to accomplish. And it's just disgusting. The destiny, the aim is the Hermit reverse. This is the card of martyrdom. I'm wondering if man, you guys, I know I keep talking about the demise of Trump, but this is giving me demise of Trump or demise of Netanyahu. One of the two. I'm wondering if it's the CIA wanting to take out Trump. What they don't see coming is the big egos. There's a lot of ego that's going to impact whatever the situation is this week. The energy is needing to make a decision. There's a stalemate. There are choices that need to be made. This whole Trump-Netanyahu conflict is really throwing kind of a monkey wrench into what's going on behind the scenes with Israel and Gaza. The environment is Six of Cups. This is MAGA. Make America great again, you guys. I mean, that's, oh gosh. The hope or the fear, they want to take over the land. They want to have a whole new journey where they pretend that Gaza never existed and that Israel just has existed since the times in the Bible. And the final outcome for this situation is the King of Rods. This is a man making a power move. This is a time, it's a time restriction. We keep getting like limited time restriction, time's up. The CIA is going to be making some kind of big moves behind the scenes. Now, again, because it's the CIA, it's not something they're going to, advertise in the news stories. So again, this might be something that's a little bit quieter that we don't see as much. Okay, so we have celebrity parental figure. We have heir, family, abuse, neglect, and we have comedian trapped. Okay, you guys, I'm wondering if we're going to hear a news story this week coming out about an heir, someone from a wealthy family who there was abuse or neglect that occurred. So let's keep our eyes open for news stories on this, okay? There's going to be some kind of story that's coming out, probably about a well-known family that's kept things hidden. With this comedian trapped, I feel like we may see a comedian be pulled into the Diddy trial. We always seem to get something about the Diddy trial every week. Let's see what this is about here. Let's see what we have here. Let's just do a 3-card spread really quick. Let's do 3 cards for comedian trapped and 3 cards for celebrity parental figure. If you guys are curious what decks I'm using, if you open the description box down below, there is a link to my website. on my website, I have pictures of all of the different decks I use and links to the deck information where you can purchase them. Also in the description box down below. Oh, on my website also, you guys, if you've ever wanted to have a reading by me, you can do that. The only way that I schedule them, I'm never going to message you or anything like that. You can book your own tarot readings with me, either recorded readings or live readings on my website. So again, the link to that is in the description box down below. And then finally, if you'd like to become a member of my channel to support my channel, members get access to member-only content and member-exclusive lives. The information to join that is also in that description box, okay? Okay, enough of a commercial. Let's do 3 cards for comedian, 3 cards for celebrity. What do we have? What do you got for us, universe? 3 cards for comedian, 3 cards for celebrity. The only deck that you will not find on my website is the keyword deck, which is this one, and it's because I made that one. And no, I don't have any plans on making one at this time. I've had some people ask me. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know yet. I did, though, just meet an amazing woman. I did a reading for her, and she helps people make oracle decks. And so when she was saying that, I was thinking to myself, I need to ask her advice on how to make an oracle deck for my keywords. Okay, you guys, let's see what we have here. Okay, this one's going to go like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so celebrity. I'm wondering if there's going to be a celebrity this week who loses a parental figure, someone that they looked at as a parent. Death card is endings. It's also new beginnings. But for this one, because we have parental figure and the death card, as well as the Ace of Cups reversed, I feel like someone's going to be removed because we have this 5 of Pentacles as well. I'm wondering if we're going to see a story in the news this week of a celebrity whose parent passes. That's sad. Or even a celebrity who, you know, like Lisa Marie Presley and what's the mom's name? Oh my God. Why can't I think of her name? There's Lisa Marie Presley, and then the mom is, oh my gosh, I can see her face. Why can't I think of her name? Priscilla Presley. So remember how like Priscilla Presley was alive and then Lisa Marie passed away. And then Carrie Fisher passed away, and her mom, now I can't remember her name, but she's also a famous actress. Carrie Fisher's mom is Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds passed away like right after. I'm wondering if it's going to be something like that. Some kind of where it's like a multi-generational, I'm feeling very strong, like it's women, something like that. I can't think of a mother, daughter, that's, you know, but anyway, yeah. Okay, comedian trapped. This is unnecessary conflict. Trying to find balance. The star card reversed is about maladies falling on you, bad times, negativity. And that King of Swords reversed, again, that's that disciplinarian, feeling trapped. I'm wondering if there's going to be a comedian that comes up, and it could be a female comedian. Or, you know, I mean, because Cat Williams, he talked a lot about Diddy. But I feel like this is a comedian with first-hand knowledge and perhaps some involvement that's got themselves caught up in this. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, you guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're still with me, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you guys like these, my weekly readings, I feel like are getting so long. Tell me, do you like the longer format weekly readings, or do you want me to condense them and make them shorter? Let me know what you guys prefer. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me while I flip cards. Please don't forget to subscribe on your way out if you're not already a subscriber, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!